All right, we are live. Let me refresh this thing, make sure we are good to go. Make sure you can see us and hear us. YouTube's a little late. There we go. All right, B had to remind me that it's time to go
Yeah, that's
live.
Ben's fault.
All right, let me see who's here. Before we get started, the man, Mr. Information in hand, as usual, and Kevin from Florida. Mr. Sports LA, Manny Fresh, One Kick Finder, Lucky on Three Legs, Flippin' the Hustle, Dean, Joe G, Notorious, Mendes Finds, J. Lou, Sneaker Pickers, how are sales right now? So we'll wait for people to come in. Busy show today. We're talking about storage, properly storing your items, and you would think that this would be like one of those basics that you're like, oh, what else is there to learn?
Right, right,
But it's kind of crazy how things have changed from year to year, and
right.
then even with which I'm going to show in the presentation. There was a time where everything that we had was already like pre-packed in the like USPS shoe boxes,
No, we can't.
and now we can't. And we haven't been for a good while now.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but even back then, we are really relying on eBay.
yeah.
And then now, with of course, like Goat into Amazon and whatnot, and it's just like in Mercari, there's so many different platforms. It's kind of like you're probably not going to use the USPS box. So a lot has changed since then, and we're going to see how people are storing their items. Jimmy, Rodolfo, Mr. Moore, Mo, Shoe Monster. Sneaker Picker says, I'm in the process going through inventory right now. Going right on with the topic. Very nice. eBay sales were good yesterday and today. Over 1K days. Sourcing code. Sneaker Pickers. Ken with a nice headwear.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Let me see. Did B bring giveaways?
Oh. Did I hear a giveaway?
See, B's ready.
We
Let's see what
got
it brings
two.
out.
We got two giveaways today.
Oh, okay.
So obviously, bringing back the eBay IKEA bag,
Always needed.
always needed. A real hustler needs one,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and we have this. It says eBay opened 2022 because this was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it was kind of like a hybrid, so it's a bag, right? It
With the
could be a
goodies inside. Should we wait until the very end to show the goodies, or?
we should show it later.
Oh, okay,
There's
all
only,
right.
yeah, but there's two giveaway.
Two. All right, two
Maybe more.
giveaways.
Maybe more.
Maybe. Oh man. All right, maybe
Maybe more.
more.
Maybe more. Maybe more.
B's ready.
Yeah.
All right. Yars off. What's up? Sourcing code.
Yeah. If you have that bag, everybody will know you're a reseller. That's how. That's how you stiff arm the
The
competition. Yeah.
competition.
That means like I'm more legit than you.
Sue Johnson. What's up? And Palma. Retrospective gear. Okay. Now we're gonna start off like we did last time. Oh, Broadway B
Broadway.
with fines for a little bit, and then we'll get into our main topic. So, first thing, eBay Poshman
Golf.
golf,
Oh no. $40, Glenn.
$40.
This is your fault. It should have been 24.99.
Come on now, come on, Burlington. Size, not men's 4.5.
11.
11.
Yo, you need this.
I
Remember
need
we talked
these.
about like we gotta start collecting our shoe size for golf when we
Very
get
true.
old.
Whenever we get old, we'll just
Yeah.
no more sourcing, no more selling. We're just hitting the
Mhm.
golf course. All right, let me see. Anybody else find these in the chat? I want to
Man,
know. I mean, who knows how many more will be showing up?
right, right.
People that don't normally go to Burlington might start going to Burlington.
I'm going tomorrow.
Go tomorrow. There we go. All right, let me see. Vans. It looks like Derby City making connections.
Oh, backroom access.
Backroom access. Just get box, get
Wow.
everything.
Wow.
Unless Derby City is working there.
which you should never admit that you are.
Exactly. You can't. You won't. My store has been super dry.
Oh
DJ.
yeah, this is probably your store right here.
Let's see. More Oregon Ducks on the Alpha Hirachi Elite for
Is it me
20.
or has it all been mostly Oregon, the PE ones?
Yeah, mostly the Oregon PE,
Or the
which,
yeah.
I mean, no complaints, especially at
Right, right,
20.
right.
More the better. Let's see. Looks like another one might be on Oregon, I think. React on the baseball, of course, on the next percent, which we've seen these jerseys out there on the New Balance jerseys, $10
Oh wow.
on
Pumas too.
those, on the Pumas. Let me see Alpha Cleats. Iverson
Yo.
with kind of like a I don't know what kind of design that is on these.
That's kind of like a Chinese. It's got a tiger, a growling tiger. That's kind of that's
Chinese New Year.
wild. Ah,
You're
it
going for the
could be.
personal.
It could be a Chinese New Year because it's gold and red. Could be.
40
40,
bucks
huh?
on these.
40?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is Marshalls though.
yeah.
Marshalls, which are a little
That's
bit
gonna be
pricier.
that's gonna be hard to move.
Mendez Fines, Vapor Pro, and
Man.
some of the Iversons.
Whoa. 27 definitely pick up. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's a girl size 6. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that one.
Ooh. That's new.
Let me see. Outlet
Hey,
grind. Backpacks
somebody's
worth more
somebody's
than
ready.
dunks. Yep, ready.
Somebody's ready.
So there you go. Cheap outlet deals.
No.
Now, not the sexiest of
Yeah.
flips,
Yeah.
but it makes the money. That's all that matters.
ROI, baby. ROI.
Used on the Kobe sneaker flip, fine. Mambas in the wild. Look, pretty good shape too.
I did sell some Kobe's this week.
Ah, there we go. 35. More jerseys. One kick finder. Larry Johnson.
Mm.
Grandmama at 30.
Large, good size.
Yeah, definitely good size. Let me see. Dwayne Wade. Finally, one of these. Josh Leva, 30. Let me see what the chat says. No Nike kicks at Ross and Burlington in a while. Hustle Crow.
Ooh. Hustle Crow. What state are you in again?
Cartful ACLS resells on some of the Roshi, the Golf 270 slides, and more. Next, let me see a mix Air Max 97
Oh, triple black. Golf.
and more golf, baseball. Man, a little mix football in there too. Let's see next one. Did we see this one last time, Jake?
Mm.
For Funky Finds on the Grant Hills.
I wonder how much though. I've been
Different
seeing
colors.
a lot of funky colors.
Yeah, a lot of random stuff. Of course, like the jerseys like this. A lot of, I guess Mitchell and Ness, it just couldn't move a lot of the jerseys. I mean,
they're wacky colorways.
yeah, that one's kind of clean.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Nike Dodgers, interesting. For 40. Burlington. Let's see. I think Griffey's clean. Richard. $30 on the baseball. Some of the Crocs.
Some higher end Crocs.
Higher end Crocs.
Yo.
I'm messing around.
Outlet
Outlet.
discount on the returns.
The extra 30 off.
Ooh.
They gotta move. They gotta move products.
Ooh, this one.
LeBron's.
This is probably one of the worst LeBron shoe. Would you agree?
I did like it when it first came out, but they are a heavy, like stiff
That's
shoe.
what I'm saying. Yo, I got hit in the chest with the heel of this thing. Felt like somebody punched me. Yeah, because I was like diving for a ball, and then I guess the guy was like running too, and I got hit, and it was hard. It was like a brick.
Oh man. White chocolate. Jason Williams.
Well,
30.
that one's classic.
Yeah, that's classic. Clean.
Big Money Mo, you're
Big money Mo. There he is. Rodolfo asking, how are you all discounting Cowboy Zeke jerseys?
Sell them now.
Man, I was like, that was the same. So I had me and another friend bought like a big lot of Zeke limited jerseys. Year might have been a little bit over a year and a half ago. They were discounted, but even then they were still kind of pricey. I think they were like at 40 something bucks. They retail at what, 160?
And then
And I was like, man, they're not moving at all. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to keep these. And then so I just started like clearancing them out on whatnot to get my money back. And then sure enough, I got rid of all of them. So I have no Zeke jerseys at all, which I'm very happy about that. And yeah, Zeke is now. We'll see what team he goes with, what he does. Swoop man, we're on fines already. Yeah, we're starting off with fines before we get into our main topic. White Sox jersey. Look at that, Danny. Crazy. Well, then again, where he's located, it kind of makes sense. Also Richard, Bull Shorts, classic Iverson, KD,
I think
college.
that's a great variety there.
Yeah, nice little variety pack. There you go, Richard, always on that grind. All right. I think the other ones we did see these last time. Sourcing code on the KD rookie and the Iverson. Iverson's a classic. And we did leave off last time with like Chase Claypool on the gloves. All right, so let's get into our main topic. Let me see who else is here. Mark Young, what's up, card awesomeness? Let me see. Corey says I found a lot of Nash and Penny.
Southdown finds.
Southtown. There we go. What's good? All right, let's remove this. Okay, how are sales before we start? Sales good right now. eBay.
Bro, I'm a lot happier.
He's a lot happier. Goat. Whatnot. Amazon. Mercari. Poshmark. What has been working right now? So of course, the more you list, better the sales. Sales on eBay, very good right now. No complaints. Definitely the highest so far in the last probably like 6 months. Even better than Q4, I think. I've been doing good. Of course, been listing a lot more.
Right.
Go consistent. Mercari has been really good. I'm actually really surprised on how good Mercari has been. And then I don't sell on Poshmark and then Whatnot. I've been absent. So Amazon, Go, great. Big Money Mo, Mr. Sports LA, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, great. Goat is slow. eBay, Rodolfo, One Kick Finder, Mercari, Poshmark right now. Let me see. Sales are solid. Goat on top, lucky on 3 legs. Let me see. eBay killing it. Still StockX dead. Goat here and there. Random sales. eBay and Goat for me. Southtown. Let me see. 600 from Poshmark. It's crazy. One Kick Finder. So I think everything's been, despite bank issues, sales have been pretty consistent. Yeah. And I know everyone's been waiting around. What's gonna happen now that more things? We had the bank issue and inflation stuff and all of that, but we're just going to keep plugging away. It's something we can do. Just keep listing, keep sourcing, keep selling. eBay chugging along. eBay coming clutch, Mendez finds.
Right.
eBay solid, Joji.
I think this is like the first time I'm actually happy seeing this slide.
Our sales?
Our sales. oh, 7 likes? Come on, guys.
Come on. How's we supposed to be giving away stuff?
Yeah.
Not at 7 likes. I can tell you that much right now.
So, to be exact, 306% green, baby. So
eBay's like, this is what we like.
Yeah. We give away some eBay swag, and eBay turned our store up.
eBay returns a favor.
but we finally hit $1,000 day. I can't even remember when was the last time I hit $1,000 day, because obviously, pretty much what 75% of 22 we went hard and whatnot.
Mm,
So this is really like the time that we're at, 1,000 listings again, over 1,000 listings. So then I can expect $1,000 days to happen. So yeah, so I think again, you know, the grass is greener on the side where you water it. Is that what the
mm.
people say? So
That makes sense.
yeah,
Small sales on eBay and Poshmark, working on adding more listings. Brought away B. I told B I went over like the 50K ish for the last 90 days, so I was happy about
90K,
that.
60K,
I'm not in my
50K,
prime,
yeah.
but it is getting there. So
Well, it feels like it kind of like we're just kind of like shaking off the rust right now, but we know how to get there. It's no secret, but it's hard work and consistency, and we'll be there.
yeah, it's just day in day out, just been, man, everything's a mess right now. All right, let's start off with our main topic here. So, in case you didn't see, the B is working on stuff right now, under construction
On
on
the
his you would say basement mini
basement,
warehouse.
yeah, yeah, the basement, yeah, that's the base.
So, perfect time and topic. We're gonna
Right.
be talking about having properly storing your items, which we said before too. A lot of things have changed. But let's start off here. So, more likely, where are we storing our stuff?
Hmm.
Warehouse, which you're at like Mr. Maverick level at this in this
Right. Right.
case. Storage unit, which I'm trying to. I'm in and out.
Hmm.
Basement, which B has a luxurious big basement to use, or at home,
Hmm.
which a lot of people, including myself, you're at home. Maybe you're trying to figure things out, how to make it a little bit better. Most of the time, that's where we start. In B's case, it was apartment, and he did everything he could. For how long before switching?
Almost 5 years. Well,
Almost.
in the business, almost 5 years living in the apartment, but the business was 3 years.
Okay. So in the chat, where are you? I guess keeping your items or anything else that I missed.
Yeah, I think
Let's
you
see.
covered. I think you covered it, like
I think
the
for the most part,
category, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, for the most part, then the category is good.
Uh,
Storage unit, Corey
yeah.
and Palma at home. Let's see, Rodolfo at home. Sports dude at home. So for the most part, 2 bedrooms. There we go, Danny. We have stuff in every room pretty much. My house is half full. Sneaker pickers. Home office. Basement. Very nice. DJ. And talking to Brian, like Brian's like things get out of control where you have like maybe you first start off like, you know what, I'm gonna use this bedroom. And then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna use the garage. Next thing you know, stuff's in the kitchen. And then the whole house, there's just inventory in certain places. But that was pretty good. It is totally different though when you have like a just a set place, at least for you, like a
Right.
basement.
Hmm.
You're not here thinking like, hey, if it's in this room or in that
Right.
room, or I have to go back and forth from somewhere. I think it's totally different when you have everything just like organized, ready to go. But we have to start off somewhere.
Right.
All right, let's go to the next. So for B, for example,
Right.
now this.
On the left.
All right, so this is Hustle B on the left, but it's also Hustle B on the right.
Yeah.
So Hustle B on the left, the apartment.
Yeah.
Now would you say your game plan was like you're stacking up shoes, complete with box, kind of per
Yeah.
style?
Mhm.
And then where was your, obviously we have Nike bags here, but where was your kind of like, you remember you and JC with the rule, like everything has to
Right.
be listed.
Yeah. So like pretty much what you're seeing here is everything in the middle is new inventory, and if they touch the wall, that's storage. Anything that touches the wall is storage. So that's why our apartment shrunk a foot around the apartment, because that was our rule. So stack it as high as you can, stick it to next to a wall. Um, yeah. So yes, that was the setup before. I did makeshift racks and stuff like that. Obviously, we're an apartment, so we were on also in a third floor apartment. So
Oh man.
yeah, it was also, which played into an advantage because we did have vaulted ceilings, so we
Mm.
had taller ceilings compared to everybody else. So, which was advantageous because I was stacking 25 pairs high.
Oh man. Big Winnie Mo, some researchers don't know about them orange bags.
Man, them orange bags are,
Clutch.
yeah, they're strong. The paper bags weak.
I hate those paper bags.
Mhm.
Let me see. I missed the orange bag at first. Now I use the paper bags for packing material. There we go.
That's true.
Jimmy, my basement was flooded last year, so I started using wired rack, and I keep everything 3 foot above the floor now. Interesting.
Hmm.
Which is also smart. The one you need to ship is always at the bottom, which we're gonna get into that, Danny.
Yeah,
All right. So next. All right. So when you're starting off, more than likely,
yeah.
brand new without box from Ross, Burlington, you're kind of going the rack system. Now you're gonna learn pretty quick that this is not the way to go,
Yeah.
but it is a start. Did you start off with kind of like the racks like this?
Yeah, open rack. Literally my shoe rack, that we owned. We used it
Mm-hmm.
like that. Because it was kind of cool to look at it, right? Especially all the colorful soccer elite cleats that we were finding. So yeah, that's how we started.
Exactly. Big Money Mo, I tried these racks. Worst idea ever.
It looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
cool. Like it looks really nice.
You're like, you know what? I have things going, this and
Yeah.
that.
And then
No.
you arrange them by color, right? Next thing you know, you're trying to like lift every shoe to find that size.
Yeah. So if you're just starting off, for some reason you're watching this, you're thinking like, how should I start off? Do not start off with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Too
you're
bad.
gonna grow so quickly, and things are just gonna get messy real quick. And not only that, but you're spending your money on some of these racks too, and it's just not gonna happen. Let's go to the next one. Now, pre-boxed. Now, this is when we were really going heavy on this when it was really focused on eBay. This was
Yeah,
before authentication. This was before Goat,
yeah.
any other platforms. And it was kind of like it is going to go USPS.
Mhm.
It's brand new without the box. They're already ready to ship. You pull the item, slap the label on. You already know how much it
This
weighs,
was
and you're good to
speed.
go.
This was
Yeah,
speed.
speed factor. But the
Yeah.
problem was when you really look at this as well, if it was on the bottom,
Oh,
then see
yeah.
some if it's like mid range, you could pull that box and it'd be fine,
Right, right.
but not all the time.
No.
So that's also not helping in the speed part of it, and
Right.
also everything has to be labeled as well, and you're kind of like,
Yeah, you
where
had
is this one?
yeah, you had like so right because during this time we use custom SKU, right? What you don't see on the other side is we had A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, and that's kind of like how we labeled everyone, everything, uh, when we got it, right? If we got 10 items today and we pre-pack them, all would be A1 to A10. The problem is that it's like it requires so much concentration because if you lose one in any of that batch, I've Glenn, I'm not gonna lie, I've opened 50 of these
Oh
because we switched labels,
man.
accidentally switched it. Like
Oh.
A1 was supposed to be the first box of what we put in the middle, and you had to find that, and then now you have to relabel, retape them. Um, so that was the downside of this. But speed, if you got it right, now because like if you make a mistake, you get gun shy. Now you can't trust yourself. So now, even though they're pre-packed, now I'm opening it up before I ship them.
So Yaroslav said you can still use pre-box, use the poly bag. So, which we're gonna get into that also as well. But this was kind of, I guess, more done then. So
No.
I hated looking through the boxes. So there you go, Mr. Sports LA. Let's go to the next one. So, okay, let's say a poly bag, like Yaroslav
Right.
said. So
Mm-hmm.
poly bagged or not,
Mm-hmm.
wrapped or organized, but they're labeled per box. So let's say you have
Yeah.
a decent sized box,
Yeah.
medium size. Let's say 10 to 12 pairs fit per. And some people have like the shoelaces together or maybe rubber band together or something, and they're kind of like, folded in.
Yeah.
And so you can maximize space that way. And they're not some are polybag, some are not. Maybe the saran wrap.
Yep.
But here's the thing though, does having it saran wrap, I guess, is that good or bad when it comes to, I guess, maybe like keeping the shoe together or
Yeah.
not? I mean,
I think I would say for like cleats, like kind of just like the lower end cleats, I think it's fine. But what I found out is like, like you've done it, but I've seen because like I evaluate everything. It's like, what if like it deforms it? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because like you're trying to save space, but you're trying to squeeze it together. Right. So I've never really done that. Because if I would do that, I would just open it. I would open rack it. Um, and I guess just on a sneaker perspective, like plastic causes yellowing. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the results of that over time. So, but I think what Yaroslav is saying, and which is what we're doing now, is we are definitely doing this box right now. What I'm doing is by size.
Okay.
So I have the box labeled by size. I would have a size 10, size 11, and then I have them polybag. Yeah.
Interesting. So that here's the thing though. Another hint would be, now it has to be a decent size box, because if it's too small, you're only gonna fit
Yeah, then you're gonna have
like
so
three to
many
five
right,
pairs.
yeah.
But then if it's like too
You don't want it too
large,
big. Yeah.
it's gonna get too heavy,
Yeah.
and then
So many in there. Now it takes so much time to look for it.
yeah, because now you gotta dig through them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so, and
Yeah.
trust me, I've learned this the hard way.
Yeah. Clear bins. Yeah, that's a good idea as well.
Clear bins, you can see everything. Now this is interesting. So let's say they're wrapped,
Mhm.
or polybagged
Yeah.
in order, but the boxes you use all have to be the same size. So that's what I'm working on
Oh,
right
look at,
now.
look at this. Look at this.
Okay, see, there we go.
Get
And
an
they're numbered.
example. Yeah,
They're
that's
numbered.
actually the size right there, right
Oh,
now.
the size. Okay.
That's the size. And then I have this as well.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So, and then they'll all go into like the box of their size.
What I like about this, I mean, there's a couple of things. What I like about this is them being in order, so you can easily see, hey, like item number,
Mhm.
101 sold, and if all the boxes are in the same order, I know where it is. But keep in mind, everything has to be, all the boxes have to be the same size, because then everything's gonna get thrown off. If you have this one that holds, let's say 5 pairs, for example, which is small, but let's say 8 pairs, and then another one at 10 pairs, another one at 12 pairs, the way you're going to organize them in the racks is also going to be all uneven.
You're right.
So that's not going to make sense. And also what won't make sense, if you're mixing in shoes with clothing and all the bunch of other stuff, because now you definitely can't go in order.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, cool, item number 5 is shoes, item number 6 is a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is he gonna store that now? You're gonna put that somewhere else, and then item number 7 is over here. So you're really trying to make it easier on yourself this way. Daily refinement method. There we go, Southtown. So I think this makes sense, but I still think that there's something there though, that I don't know how many you can hold, and also where they go on the racks still kind of play when it comes to shoes though. I think if you're doing this for clothing, it's way easier, but shoes could be a little bit tough. Don't forget, USPS polybags are free to store items in sneaker pickers. Let me go back up. I'm using the clear bins, large clear bins, Mercer Sports LA. Let me see. I bought a scan gun like B and still haven't learned how to use it, Danny.
I haven't used it.
No. There we go. All right, let me see. I use black and yellow totes, fits 15 pairs of sneakers, each skew differently to know when to store on each tote. So I know the big bins too are really good. The big plastic ones are solid. B, what size polybag do you use for storage?
12 by 15.
12 by 15. All right. So with box, uh,
That's what happened when you were lazy enough to pull something from the bottom.
oh man. So when you're stacking them, now we saw B's apartment. You were stacking them, but for the most part, you would say you were stacking them by style or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
similar.
yeah, for sure. By
Um,
like genre, yeah,
yeah. I mean, we've been here in this case.
yeah.
It is not good,
Oh,
and especially if you're selling on somewhere where they're picky about the box.
oh yeah. Don't name those brands. They don't pay us anything.
Then that's not gonna happen. And then if one of these tumbles over,
Yeah,
you're done.
it's a damaged box now.
Select goods. What's up? Um. So I guess here's a question for the chat though. If you are stacking them, how are you stacking them to where they're easy to access?
How high can you
If you
go?
don't have a rack though,
How high can
exactly.
you go?
So that's the question.
25 was crazy. I think the refined version of stacking. I think I stopped at 15.
But even then, you'd have to. Did you try pulling one out, or did you
No,
literally try
no,
to take them
yeah,
down one by one?
yeah. You have to take it, but like, see, like, cause I did 15 because I can remove seven. You know, like half. You cut it in half and balance it off and put it on the ground, and then the other eight you can slide it in. You know, like having eight stack is not that crazy. But I only did that on like regular pairs. You know, your regular Air Maxes, running shoes, your all Adidas. I don't care how high I stack Adidas; it didn't matter at that point. But definitely the higher end. You know, even at the Vapor Maxes and stuff like that. We had to be really careful at that point.
And Palma Stack not easy to access. That's why we're watching this. Ronaldo says by size. So yeah, definitely you want to have. Of course, you're gonna have the size 14s, 13s on the bottom,
Yeah.
and then it goes up by size. But still, even then, when size 13 needs to be pulled,
Oh, well,
either you're gonna get lazy and just pull it and see what happens, or you're gonna take them down and then you're gonna get it. Which, we're going for speed, or maybe we're going for accessibility, maybe we're going for storage. Of course, putting in racks is gonna take up more room as well,
mhm.
but it's also gonna be easier for you to access it. But also depends how much room do you really have.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because
let
if
me,
you only had one wall to work with, you have to stack it like that.
yeah, exactly. So stack by style or by size, then the style, then the similar box. Obviously, if you have like a Jordan 30 whatever with a
Yeah.
big box,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're putting that one on top of
Oh,
these red Nike boxes.
so I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but one thing that I actually did that helped us a lot, especially even now, is we have a kind of like a random or one-off rack or
Mm,
that's where those went. Uh,
that which I have that in here in this slide.
yeah. So there you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so
The rack.
B went
The rack.
into just straight up labeled racks.
Yeah.
So now, let me ask you this. So let's say this one here on the bottom right is like a LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you have like a general idea where it is, or is this side of the rack like an A rack or
No,
B
no.
or?
So when we went to racks, we didn't label the racks anymore because this was also the time where you had boxes. This was we were buying heavy from outlets and stuff like that, and we focus on shoes with boxes. At this point, we were just grouping them by style. Basically, they all had the same box, and they were just sorted by size. So it
Mm,
don't matter which colorway it was, right? Let's say you have a red LeBron, kind of like remember this LeBron's was the one we picked up in
mm-hmm,
Texas, right?
mm-hmm,
There was a black pair and there was kind of like a fruity pebble pair, right?
mm-hmm,
Um, my strategy for this is I group them by size.
mm,
So
okay.
and then when they're all size 10, I just had to look for the color code.
Mm.
the last three digit. So that's how it made it more easier. And again, the going into it, the benefit of racks is, like you see, like you're stacked what, five, maybe six, the
Yeah,
highest.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very doable, um, to kind of have this system, because you're not pulling so many stuff, and your box is not gonna get crushed. And also, if you notice, this is on the one that has a center beam, so I couldn't go too high. But on the middle rack where it doesn't have that metal beam on the top, I could stack eight straight up. So technically, the real estate that you get for using rack, you get to stack more and more efficiently, because you could reach up to the ceiling. Because you can't do that with stacking boxes, because you'll be so wobbly on the top already.
Very true. Well, how would this work then for brand new without box?
So that's
So,
why the brand new dot box was separate. It was actually It's like it kind of has a separate system, which is what we're doing with a polybag, and they all go in a box or totes.
okay, would you still put them on the racks though, or how would that
Um,
be?
Ideally, you want to put the totes in the racks because they get heavy, but we are not set up for that. I just stack the totes right now, which is kind of like my workout. So they're stacked five high. So if you have to get to the bottom, which is not very ideal, but it's really temporary. But eventually, you want to have a rack per tote.
Yeah.
One shelf per tote. That's why it's easy to pull in and pull out.
I think maybe because looking at this, the way the racks are set up, maybe brand new without box, you could do maybe it's because 4 would be too small of like a bigger box. Like let's
Yeah,
say like these Home Depot boxes. Like
yeah.
maybe if you found like 2, and then you could fit at least like
Oh, yeah. So that one, there is a box that I found on Home Depot that you could put two,
yeah, like
two
a
right there.
taller one, and
Yeah,
then
tall and two. Yeah, I
yeah,
found one. It's actually a moving, like an office moving box, kind of like
yeah.
the biggest that they have. And that's what I use. I actually use it with hoodies as well. So I kind of had that system with hoodies as well.
So I think if you got that, and then had them already polybagged like you have them,
Yes.
and then per either labeled by like you said, either like size or maybe
Yeah.
the box
Yeah.
or numbered,
Hmm.
that is the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Because the goal when you're refining, right? You want to refine the search to the least possible. You want to narrow the search so much, right? Perfect example like this. What we did was actually we didn't put the same color boxes by each other, if you notice it.
True. Yeah.
So it has to be different. That way I know that in that rack there's only one LeBron green box rack.
Yeah.
There's only on that side there's only one Vapor Max on the upper left. So that's kind of like how my mentality was, because if you put all your LeBrons there, then your search is so broad. So this one was actually all LeBron lows here. Yeah.
And so in the chat, anybody have racks or doesn't have racks, or is that your goal to get to that point with the racks, or what are you using right now that you feel would be even more efficient than that? For me, I feel like that would be the best way. Both of those examples, getting the 2 bigger boxes polybagged, put them in there, and they're on the racks. And then this way, the way B has it right now, brand new with box, separated on the racks. Either way, you're gonna need the racks.
Yeah.
There's no other way to be able to access them that quickly without having to remove over and over and over again. And honestly, that's one of my struggles right now too, is the racks. Because I also feel like, of course, you could stack more. Like if you're using the big bins,
Yeah.
you're using the boxes, you can stack more up, but you're gonna have to keep taking them down.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there. That no matter what, it's gonna take that time. Racks on racks. There we go. Essay. Racks make everything easier. Let me see. My goal is to get the racks
Yeah.
racked up. There we
Also
go.
too, like not organizing related. The other use for racks is this racks. This is kind of like the more generic racks. You can actually buy casters and put them on the wheels, which if you guys
Mm.
have seen my whatnot stream, I have them rolling in and out. But what the other use, I didn't buy that for whatnot. What I bought it before was um, when I'm listing, when I'm taking photos. So I have all the shoes, especially with shoe boxes, they're out already on top of a box. So that's how we prep them in racks, and that's where we double size the I'll double check the sizes.
Mm.
Double check the sizes, we look for a flaw, and we put them there. And then now there's casters, so now we pull it when you're taking photos, and then right after that you put everything back in the box, and then now you're wheeling the casters back to this area. So um that's there's efficiency in moving. And racks with casters, when I have orders, I go to the racks and I pull out orders, I put it on the rack, and then now I wheel it to my shipping station. So there's a lot of use. So I currently have four rolling racks that are free flowing that anybody can use. So somebody could be listing, somebody could be fulfilling orders. So those are very useful tips, I think, that just makes your process easier than trying to carry to 10 items. And it's just less efficient that way.
Yeah, you drop one, damage box.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolling racks from Sam's Club. There go Coach Evans. You need racks, brand new in box. Need larger cases for loose shoes. Broadway B. I have racks and freestanding. Need to go all racks. Does B double box the poly bag when shipping?
So this one goes to a USPS box
Yeah.
after. Yeah. And then I have actually for space fillers. Apparently, that's what they call them in the logistical world. I did use bubble wrap before, and I used the half inch, so the big bubble. The problem is when I'm buying them in giant rolls, it's so big. So I actually talked to the owner of the shipping supply that I talked to, and he said, like, if you're just using it um for space, he said try craft paper. And next thing you know, the craft paper is like this, and I've only bought like 3 or 4 so far
Mm.
because they're like 380 feet long, something like
Yeah.
that. And you just rip them, and then you just crumple them, and then you just put them there. So again, it's space saving.
Let me see. I have foldable racks with wheels, pricey but worth it. J. Lou, Mile I Hustle. What's up? So here's the thing also for the chat. Now, if you're wanting to get racks, me and B were talking about this, especially this in the photo. B said he paid like 39 bucks,
39.99,
back then.
baby.
So after 2020, everything pretty much shot up. So in the chat, unless I guess what the best way to go with the racks are. I mean,
Yeah, I'm actually gonna look it up because I was before we decided to build a wooden shelf in the middle. I price out the racks, and the racks, that the same exact racks is like 79.99 right now. So
Yaroslav Walmart, Danny Costco 120 with wheels now.
oh, see, it's up there already.
Walmart did have some. I know they had like some rollback ones that were like on sale. They also have some cheap plastic ones that
Yeah,
those
don't
fall
don't
apart
buy
quick.
plastic.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
buy because they sag over time. Yeah.
Costco select goods.
Yeah, $80. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I remember 39.99. I was like, I bought 8 at the same time, and I was like, man, this is a pain, right? Because they come in those boxes and they're
Mm.
heavy, and I had to go down the way. So I'm like, oh, why did I buy 8? And then now I'm like, I'm glad I got 8. That kind of like finished everything up because I already had the existing ones.
Wow. So they went up big time. But oh, there we go. Government auctions always selling racks too. Select goods. So yeah, racks is what we need. But yeah, they are pricey. Okay, so my question was, what about half box? Which B did answer that, and he said that he has one rack just for the one-offs.
Yeah,
Which more than likely these go there then. Or
yeah,
wait,
this
lesser quantity.
yeah, like again, most of the half boxes that are kind of like priced or valued, right? Which is again, we can list them on a goat, right? Is that half box? Or no lid, right?
Yeah, no lid.
So you had to keep, especially this Jordan 13 Mellows. And the perfect way to stack them is to stagger them, kind of like to stagger them like that, to zigzag them very much. So I do have a rack. It's called the miscellaneous rack. All the no lids go there, because that's telling me that it's listed on eBay. Most likely, I don't list half box on eBay. I only list with box or without. But on Goat, I still have a chance to list without lid. And
Yeah,
also too, I keep the half box for more expensive items because I ran into other items that have box that you can swap the boxes.
true.
So that's why I keep the half boxes in a separate a rack.
Imagine trying to stack half boxes with trying to stack them up and they
Yeah,
all
yeah,
like
but you still have
falling
the
over.
racks because like you can do four easily, right?
Yeah.
But anything over that is like dangerous because next thing you know they fall over and all the sizes got mixed up.
Yeah. That's
I mean, I am telling you this because it's happened. All the same mellows, crash down, and then like now you gotta search every shoe which one's right and left, and then now you gotta match them by size. More work.
All right, clothing. Now do you still do I know some of your stuff is still on the racks, like
Yeah,
hanging racks.
yeah, yeah. I
Um
I do have clothing rack. I have on casters on wheels, which helps for moving it around.
yeah.
Um, but after that, the only ones that we do this is for whatnot streams. They're still on hangers. But anything that we plan to sell on eBay, after that they get polybag.
Which polybag is the way you want to go, which we're going to get into that. But I guess the interesting is what about like big puffy jackets?
Yeah, the coats they hang.
Hmm.
I still hang all the clothes.
Okay. So anything, yeah, heavy jacket stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
because
you're
also especially the down, the field, I'm afraid that they could go flat,
okay.
and now you have a problem. You sold $100 jacket, and they're not buffer anymore because they deflated.
They're just flattened out.
Yeah,
Okay, so now polybag per style in a box, polybag per style and per size. Now you must have deep quantity because
yeah,
here's a problem. So the top one, they're polybagged, per style, but you're still gonna have to dig through it to find
yeah,
the size.
yeah,
So if they're all the same PSG jacket, which B had a ton of them,
yeah,
and if small, large, medium, and XL are all in there, you're gonna have to dig, in which you do not want to have to dig.
yeah,
Now, what made it easier would make it easier. All right, only PSG jackets in a large in this one box is better, but there's still another way. Of course, you can make it even simpler.
yeah.
Because I mean, if it's only large, you can just grab it. It's polybag. You're
Right,
done.
right.
Which that also we're making it easier step by
Yeah.
step. Um, Polybag in numbered order, like you said, the daily refinement way. Now,
That one is so hard.
this way, polybagged per number, fine.
Yeah,
But like we said, two, it has to be only clothes,
yeah.
no other mixed items, and it has to be, very similar
You have
though.
to be right when you
You
lay.
have to be right, and you can't have them all smashed though. Like you
Yeah,
wouldn't put a jersey.
you have to stand, right? That's the thing, right?
They
You
have
have
to
to
stand,
stand. When jerseys don't stand.
or they're gonna crumble quick, or like
Yeah,
fold on the
yeah,
graphic.
they're gonna, yeah,
So they would be better flat instead of kind of standing up while
yeah.
you're kind of looking at them this way.
Mhm.
Um, so that is it is a kind of a mix though, depending on the clothing.
That's why we sell clothes and whatnot. Hang them up, ship them. I don't want to see them again.
Per size, easier to find. There we go, Danny. Exactly. Clothing all day in bins by size or jerseys, categories, poly wrapped, ready to go, Danny. So in this case, oh man, it's because you would really have to streamline down to what you're gonna sell. And I think the Ross, Burlington, Nike Outlet, you find a deal, you're gonna go for it,
Mhm.
and it is gonna make it a little bit more difficult as well because more than likely you have one-offs. The one-offs, unless maybe you did this for only one-offs, then you had everything in this style per size in here.
Mhm.
Because even then, you wouldn't want to just do large in one huge box. You're still gonna have to dig. So, um, now here's the thing. Let's say you did do that numbered order. 1 through 10 is in the first box. 11 through 20, like we said.
Mhm.
Either way, without racks, you're gonna have to take them all down to get to item number 58, which is in the
Right.
very bottom. So it's like you can't win without racks no matter what.
Mhm.
And you have to have the room for it though. That's the thing though too, but I mean if you're growing, I guess it only makes sense.
Yep.
So there we go. That was our last slide. And that's in reality that's where we're kind of like I guess everyone would like to get to
Mhm.
at a certain point. So in the chat, clothing wise, where are you at right now? No, you guys mostly said polybagging, like Danny said as well. But with jerseys, let's say jerseys, coats, t-shirts, or like the Nike dry fits, they're all totally different. All three of
Right.
those.
Yeah.
We haven't even started getting into hats, which I've seen you guys pick up hats at
Yeah.
Burlington as well. Now you gotta store those. Another mix. There go Mile High. It says cluster.
Cluster trash.
And that's what's kind of like where I am right now. I feel like I have so many hats. I have over 3,000 hats. I did the count. Apparel, I have like 250 something items, which not bad. I'd rather have none. I'd rather just only have shoes.
Right.
But when shoes was kind of like, I didn't have the access to the shoes that I did, I moved on to hats. And then now that I have access to the shoes again, I feel like the hats are kind of holding me back.
Mhm.
So I'm in a totally, mix right now until I can figure out what to do there. I mean,
Yeah.
the hats are still great money, but
Yeah. Well, that's why like it's so important to like be open and be willing to change, right? The only thing that's constant is change.
true. Yeah.
So so you have to be willing to change and adapt, and actually learn, right? Like the only reason why we're hit, like literally tomorrow we're building a wooden rack that would hold 800 pairs. That's, and that's just me trying to expect growth over this year. So that's all of that is like lessons learned throughout, right? And the thing is, you just have to learn the lesson. And the thing is, you're gonna keep going through the same problems again if you don't learn the lesson. So again, this is the thing that, you know I'm glad we're talking about, and this is the thing why I'm here together with Glenn to discuss these things, because these are things that's not out there, you know and these are things that are only experience and thought. So I think, we figured it out. Racks and and boxes and racks, and try to sort them as narrow as you can without having to open them again. I think
Yeah.
that's the key. Because skew and pre-box is nice, but when you mess up, you had to reopen them again.
Yeah, I guess the most important part is just the access. How can you access the, quicker, least amount of time possible to get that item, ship it, and go.
Mhm.
There's been so many times where, I mean, from the people we've talked to, I have a friend that yeah, like he started kind of putting things in a closet from the bedroom, and then it was kind of like mixing in with too many of the other items, and then it was hard to not get shoes in the way of the closet in order to get to this item,
Right.
and then it's just taking too long when that item sells, it makes it kind of more of a drag to where you're like, oh man, now I got to go through all this just to get that item. So you're trying to make it easy on yourself, but it's kind of crazy how you would think that we would know this by now, or by everybody would know this, but like you said, you're only going to know it by experience
Yep.
and going through it the hard way because not everybody also has the same amount of room
Yeah.
or basement or
That
storage unit or home or bedroom or
takes a
whatever
while.
you're using.
Takes a
So,
while to get there.
exactly. All right, anything you want to throw in the chat? Any comments, any questions, any random stuff before we do with this nice little giveaway?
I think the biggest thing I want to add before we go is um utilize what you have currently to its full potential. I think it's so easy to say like I want a warehouse.
Yeah,
But
true.
if you really run the numbers, I'm like, man, the overhead to have a warehouse, I have to sell 500 pairs to break even, right? And then on my 500 first pair, now I'm making money. So you have to think about it that way. Um and also like what kind of worker are you? For me, I'm a sprinter. Like I want to go down in my base, I want to go down to my workspace and hit it hard. And then after that, I want to go to bed or sleep,
Mm,
take a nap. Um, Now there are people that just like me and Glenn, total opposite. Glenn's like very he has a set routine.
yeah,
Wakes up at a certain time and gets things done. So I think, from my understanding, storage or a different place far from your house or separate from your house works for people like that, because you wake up, you source on your way to your storage, you get work done in your storage, and you ship and you drop it off post office and you go home. So that works. Me, I'm very sporadic. I would literally get off here and ship packages, or I would ship packages an hour before the post office closed.
mm,
So I have to have my my operation close to me. Now, am I gonna grow into a different habit? Of course. But for now, that's kind of like what works for me. So know that, and again, maximize the space that you have. Use all kinds of strategy and don't stick to just one, because this is what he does, so this is the only thing I'm gonna try. Use everything, stack it as high as you can, use racks, try to mount as high as you can, racks or wall shelves, because I had wall attached shelves before too. And then know yourself, because until you do that, you shouldn't get a bigger space, because if it's a cluster in a two-bedroom apartment, then it's gonna be a cluster in the next one, because again, you haven't maximized your space. So that's where we're at currently. I'm in a process of trying to maximize our space. We did the numbers. I can still fit double my current inventory where in my basement, if we just have proper racks.
yeah. And not only that, but I think with like someone had a good Dean says apartment into storage unit into warehouse.
Mhm.
And for me, the storage unit process too is like it's kind of cool to kind of like start fresh on like how you want to organize.
Mhm.
And that's what I really liked about it too. But also some people have also had a really good comments regarding like not having items at your house or at your apartment does
Yeah.
change things for you and the business to where there's some people that actually took it a lot more seriously when they got out of the house
Yeah.
because now they're like, hey, I don't have interruptions, right? Like random stuff happening at your house. I can focus on this and
Yeah.
I want to make it to where I can access it now. And it's just like a totally different way
Yeah.
of looking at it rather
Right.
than, hey, stuff's here, I'll grab it
Right.
whenever. And
And I think what you said is you become more effective in all areas of your life.
yeah,
Right now, if you have dinner, you actually have dinner. It's not like you're looking over. It's like, oh, I need to list that. I need to list that. Oh, what about that one? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I've experienced that, right? And then the moment we move into this house that has a basement, there are two separate entities. Uh, Zero inventory on our house level, and then now, you know. I go down. The moment I go down, I get into a mindset of working. The moment I go up, end of the day, is the moment I chill. I start thinking about house stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, clean, laundry, cook, which I've been doing a lot lately, and chill. Like now you have that. So again, because at the end of the day, the goal is to do this for as long as we want.
Yeah, very true. And there we go. Danny says, true, never thought about that. I waste too much time at home because everything is around me and I go to bed late.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was like looking before I go to sleep because I had racks on my side. I was like, "Is that listed?" And then I just literally stand up. I wonder how much this thing is goat. JC's like, "Babe, come on."
Come on now.
Yeah,
Let me see. Let me go back up. So Broadway B, what to look out for if moving into the storage unit, monthly fees, insurance. So, you're saying 5 by 10. So I think the smallest I've seen is like a 10 by 10, which is pretty small. There's well, not pretty small, but 5 by 10, 10 by 10, 20 by 20. You can do a monthly insurance on it. Of course, there's an air conditioned one. There's a non-air conditioned
yeah,
one. If you're doing clothing, you're probably fine with just a non-air conditioned one. Of course,
yeah,
with air conditioned cost more. If you're doing shoes and it's 102 degrees in summertime in El Paso, it's probably
oh,
not smart to have it outside.
yeah,
Um, Now, there's also like deals like if you're paying ahead, like you do a 12 month, you get one for free, or they do half price deals. The less the better, I would think, especially if you have so many items. But there are factors, that come into play to that. But you would really have to see like what you don't have to. Most of them are like month to month to
yeah, and also try it out. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what you said. Try it out and see how it works. If you like it, stick with it, and if not, then yeah, I mean that's the cool part about a storage. You're not invested in it so much. It's not like you bought a house with a giant basement. Next thing you don't want to do it in your house,
yeah,
right? And
exactly.
then or you lease a warehouse, which is most of them are yearly.
Mm-hmm. Some are
Um,
like 3 to 5 years. It's
yeah,
like you
yeah,
really got to commit to a lot
yeah,
of these.
yeah. So again, try as much as you can for the least amount of, I would say, risk or downside, right? That's the reason why I still don't have a warehouse. I want to have a warehouse, but man, will do I want to pay $3,000 every month for the next 4 years? Then that's when I start double. That's when I start questioning myself. Like maybe not. That's like a really nice car.
Well, I think also because people look at storage units and say, well, I'm wasting my money because I'm never going to own it, or I'm paying rent for something I'm never going to own, type of thing. Now, for me, I feel like it's the opposite because number one, you're using it for business, so that's a
Yeah,
write off for
yeah,
your business. And number two, if you're growing and you're uncomfortable in your house because you have to move stuff to get to other stuff, you're actually wasting more time and money
yeah,
that way instead of it being easy access for me to get something.
yeah,
So, warehouse for the big dogs, exactly,
yeah,
SA.
yeah,
So really look at that, to see what kind of room you have, and if you're planning on growing, I mean, you're gonna need to eventually get out of that safe spot, at some point.
yeah,
So, look at those type of things, and we can talk more about storage.
yeah,
I'd go indoor, climate control. There we go. Thanks for the tips,
for
Broadway B.
sure.
Amazon has two warehouse next to me. Forget about it. There you go.
Uh,
All
that's
right. Should we do giveaway? Do you know
oh
what's the easiest way to do the giveaway?
oh same way.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, everybody, write your username on the chat. We're
What are
gonna
you
give.
giving away, the bag?
All right, write your username in the chat.
All right. Username in the chat. You're giving away a bag,
Yeah. So we
eBay
have
bag.
we have an eBay bag and we have another bag.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll give them a minute.
Okay. You got a minute. I'm
Yeah,
counting the time down.
yeah. You got a timer?
I'm looking at it right now in the corner. So you
Okay.
got a good 40 seconds. Does the bag, that eBay one, have like a zipper on top, or it's just open?
The
The big,
IKEA
yeah, the
style.
big IKEA one, yeah.
Open. It's open. It's literally like an
Oh,
IKEA bag.
okay. All right, there we
Yeah,
go.
and then it goes like the corners will pop.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
the other one is the eBay open. This was L.A.
With goodies.
L.A. I forgot where's the other one. New York and Austin.
Okay. All right, you got 13 seconds left. Put in your name now. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3,
Yeah,
2, 1. All right, B's gonna put it in. Here we go.
here we go.
I thought it was a bag full of cash at Big Money Mo. All right, so I think our last one. Let me see. Crappy Kicks put his name. Chava Trades put their name twice, 3
Oh,
times. Uh,
the doubles, we're gonna eliminate them.
oh man, B doesn't like doubles. B doesn't like the double entry.
Let's see.
Is the giveaway a warehouse? Select goods.
Um. Yep, warehouse in a bag.
You have a warehouse. It's located in El Paso though, so you're gonna have to move
Oh,
to
Chava.
Texas.
Chava. How many times Chava put his name? I guess I'll be nice this time.
Okay, B's gonna be nice.
I'll be nice because next time we'll have a clear.
Coach Evans, don't worry about last week. This is a whole new week. You're ready to win. You're here. You're ready. Select goods too hot. There we go. I heard El Paso's nice this time of year. Yeah, not bad. Well, a little windy later on today, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good today. While B's doing this, anybody? What about time change?
Oh,
Did that mess up your business in any way?
yo, I woke up. I woke up at noon already. Well, that's not really a bad saying for me.
V1MO, yeah, kinda. It threw me off. Actually, I'm still thrown off. Every year we talk about this, and it still takes me like 2 full weeks to like
Yeah, that's
feel
because
good.
that's because you're like a robot and you have everything dialed down to it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me. Why is somebody freaking out? There go sneaker pickers. Threw me off just one day, Danny. Let me see. Oh, there you go, retrospective. Shout out to Maria in El Paso Amtrak station for those burritos.
What?
Why can't we change the time in the middle of the day?
Can we do duck race?
What was that? Duck race.
Yeah. Do you know how?
Oh, I don't know. Show me.
Let's see. And names.
Okay, let me remove these things so I can be ready to share screen.
Oh, we got 35 names.
35 names. Here we go. Retrospective gear. All right, B's ready to give some stuff away, and B's paying for shipping too.
Yeah.
Damn,
So all you
son.
have to do is DM me.
All I gotta do is DM to B. Free stuff for
Alright.
watching the show and for working on your storage and your organizing.
No, we're not doing that. It takes so much time. Duck race.
All right, B said in order for you to win, you have to send him a photo of your inventory,
Oh, of your yeah,
of your setup.
of your
Dude.
setup, and then we'll judge it. We gotta do that, like like setup. You know how they do like computer setup or home setup, and then people would like kind of like what Gordon Ramsay would do.
Select goods. Oh man.
Nobody would want to join. I'm out.
Half the people just unqualified. There go Yaroslav.
All right, here you go. Let me share the screen.
Let's see something sold and go.
Oh,
All right, let's see. B's ready. All right, add to stream. Here we go.
there we go. All right,
Come-
so We got to shuffle 3
Okay.
times, right? 1. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong one. I'm clicking on the StreamYard. At 1, 2, 3. Click to spin.
Here we go. Winner is
For the IKEA bag.
for the IKEA bag
The,
with eBay all over it.
the eBay bag.
Coach Steve.
It was Coach Evans that lost. This is Coach Steve. All right.
Wait, how many coaches are in here?
A lot, apparently.
Coach Steve.
Y'all need to apply to Lakers. Coach Steve, congratulations.
Coach Steve. Got it.
All right. Remove.
Remove Coach Steve.
For the
Wrong coach. Everyone a coach.
For the big one. For the big one.
Wait, what else is in there?
Oh, we'll show them after.
Oh, okay, after. Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Here we go. Winner is for the eBay bag full of goodies. And Onya.
It's like, it's piano backwards.
piano backwards.
Piano backwards. Are you here? We gotta make sure they're here.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1. No.
Where's Piano?
Not here. Redo.
Coach Piano. Coach Piano, where are you?
A dyslexic musician.
It is. There you go. It is Piano.
Oh, he's here.
Coach Piano is here.
Coach Piano.
That's what I say. Coach Piano, they are here.
All right. We gotta.
Okay, let's show them what they got.
All right, they're here.
Here we go. B solo layout.
You get an eBay open bag.
All right. Tote bag.
This one has zipper. So
Zipper.
this would be a snack bag if you were the hustle bee.
Okay. A lot of snacks.
You get a tumbler.
You'll be open. Very nice.
Tumbler. Really nice quality. Insulated.
Okay.
Oh, and you do.
What?
Oh, you do get an
Oh.
eBay bag.
It's it. There we go.
You get an IKEA bag, an eBay IKEA bag. Oh, you get a straw, a metal straw.
Metal straw.
I guess they go together.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Save the planet.
Save the planet. One day at a time. Bag inside of a bag.
Oh, yo.
Oh, there you go. eBay
pins.
Little buttons, little pins.
Button pins. What is this? Oh, a power bank. Emergency power bank.
You're checking comps. You charge the phone.
Here you go.
All right.
So a power bank, a 1200 milliamp power bank. So just when you're out. So that's the whole kit.
Very nice.
That's a dub. That's a big dub right there.
Hey, you don't have to pay for shipping. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
Filming in the store.
That's what Whatnot taught us. People giving away stuff have to pay shipping. All right, so everybody that won, DM me your address and I'll make sure I'll source in your city.
All right, Coach Steve and Coach Piano.
Coach Steve and Coach Piano, send me your address, DM and IG.
All right, Slim Pickens and Cleveland Select Goods. I appreciate it, everybody watching, hanging out. Sneaker pickers, thank you. We talking about storage next week. Brand new show on Wednesday. Maybe more giveaways from the B. We'll see.
I will have giveaways to get for sure.
Oh man! All right, so every Wednesday, so you guys got to be here. Free stuff. I'll take. Man, those IKEA bags.
It's just gonna get better. It's just gonna get better.
All right, we are done. Anything else
All
before
right,
we go? Nope,
that's it. Just
we're done.
work,
Go
get your racks
organize.
together. Get your racks together and never settle.
Yes, sir. All right, see ya. Go ahead and get it.